never seen.
Yo, what's up guys? Bill here, Classic Rock and Metal Review. Time for another edition, monthly edition of Love You Long Time. Let's find out this one, another album that I haven't had or heard in decades. Got it back maybe about a year ago, only heard it once then. Just played it a few more times this past week. Going to go down track by track. Whole point of the episode, let's see if this album that I used to really like, or you could say love, holds up. You know, probably would have given this thing about an 8.5 back in the day. It was never a Headhunter. All right, Headhunter, my favorite album by Krokus. Always has been, always will be. And it definitely was not that. But I really liked it when it came out. I really thought it was solid. And I remember there being no bad songs. Maybe 2/3 of the albums was standout songs. Let's see if it holds up. Guys, if you can like and subscribe, this is just one of the 10 different episodes we get up, or try to get up each month. Still catching up from laryngitis. Kicked my ass. Well, at least that's looks like it might be in the rear view. All right, guys. If there's a Hall of Fame, or ever a Hall of Fame for bands with the most lineup changes, these guys are going to be on the first ballot. All right. It's ridiculous. Now, I didn't even realize this until researching a little bit about the band for this episode. I don't think they went more than a few months, maybe 6 months or a year with the same lineup. And this goes back to when they started. They originally started, obviously, they're from Switzerland, if you don't know that obvious fact about Krokus. They started out in 1974 as a progressive rock band. Over the years, let's put it this way, here's an example. They've had 18 different albums with 18 different lineups. And I wish I was kidding. It's a little ridiculous. Now, you know what? This was all just so crazy to me. I just figured this was their lineup. Now, you know, I'm open to a little bit of change, and maybe these weren't the original guys and stuff like that. But, you know, come on. I think in 78, somewhere around there, the band sees AC/DC live and decides to change their direction to hard rock. And, I mean, let's face it, Mark Storis on vocals, he sounds like Bon Scott. But musically, more like AC/DC and just driving steady rock. They start to get some success in Europe in 1980. They start to get some worldwide success in 82 with One Vice at a Time. They have a couple of songs that get some even American airplay from that guy. Their cover of American Woman by the Guess Who and Long Stick Goes Boom. I remember hearing that song on the radio back in the day and thinking it was AC/DC, because I don't remember the DJ coming on and saying who it was. Maybe they rolled into another song right away, what have you. Just assumed it was AC/DC, and I heard it 2 or 3 times. Then along comes Headhunter, 83. They go gold in the U.S., you know, 500,000 sales. A couple of hits from that one, actually. Screaming in the Night, sort of a power ballad kind of thing. And also, what was the other one? Stayed Awake All Night. Both of them I remember hearing on Philly radio. Pretty heavy for Philly radio. Didn't hear them a ton, but, you know, maybe a half dozen times each over the couple of years from when it came out till 84. Which brings us to 84 and the Blitz. Now they're a 4-piece. They had a lineup change after Headhunter. Another one before the Blitz was recorded. And then yet another lineup change before they went on tour for the Blitz. That's how often these guys change lineups. It's ridiculous. Another gold album in the Blitz. I think it took some slack as being, you know, too commercial looking and, you know, whatever, glam maybe even. I never looked at them that way. I mean, I never really heard that much back at the time. I didn't really know many people that even liked Krokus, to be honest with you. I kind of was on an island a little bit with these guys. But they didn't really look too, you know, I mean, to me, glam is Poison, Warrant. These guys were not glam. This album's a little too heavy to be considered glam, in my opinion. This album is a little more commercial sounding, full of big choruses. No denying that. At the time, I didn't really notice that stuff. I just liked the songs, you know. I probably, like I said, would give it about an 8.5. And we used to rate our albums 0 to 10 back in the day. It was never a headhunter, but it was pretty close. So let's see if it holds up. Midnight Maniac, first opener of a song. Heard this on Metal Shop. Heard it a few times, I think, on the regular radio, but not a whole lot. This album did not get as much airplay on regular radio as Headhunter did, from what I can recall. It's a good opener, you know, kind of commercial sounding, but I think it's a damn good song, in my opinion. Out of Control. This is a great one. Fast one, solid song. Great guitar solo in here. Whoever's playing guitar. Sounds killer. Another sort of big chorus, you know, but in my opinion, you know, where like, say, Saxon's Crusader, big choruses every songs. The choruses seem twice as loud as the music. The songs aren't even that great on that album, in my opinion, overall. The songs here are good. The big chorus kind of thing, you know, it's just the chorus, you know, to me. It's not like overwhelming the songs. So I really think Out of Control is great. Next up, Boys Night Out. I think this was written by Bryan Adams, believe it or not. Similar to Out of Control, not quite as fast, but it's another sort of fast, upbeat song. Decent enough, you know, it's okay. Our Love. Now this one, more mid-tempo, a little slower, I guess you'd say. I always really like this song. I like how it starts with the one guitar, second guitar comes in the intro, and they're like sort of one's in the one speaker, one's in the other. This was a big headphone album for me. I remember taking this to school, my Walkman. Melodic rocker. I still enjoy this song today, Our Love. Next up, Out to Lunch. This one's okay, decent, up-tempo kind of song. It's okay, but nothing special to me. And I think there's 3 of the songs you could say are like that on here. Ballroom Blitz, the Sweet cover. Now, honestly, I had never heard the Sweet cover back in the day when I heard this. To me, that meant nothing to me. It was a great song, sounded great. Of course, I've heard the Sweet version a lot since. I like this one better, honestly. I mean, they're almost identical, really. Krokus didn't do anything off the cuff with their version of it. Sounds great. This one got some airplay too on Metal Shop and regular radio. I heard it once or twice. And I think back in the day, I remember reading, you know, about it being a cover song. Maybe this lent a little to the glam sort of, you know, handle that this album got, being a sweet tune. I don't know. It's just, to me, it's a great song, and I just like it being a little heavier than Sweet, honestly. So I love this one. Rock the Nation, another pretty good one. Larger, you get a little bit of keys in here, probably the largest amount of keyboard presence on the album, but it's really just something that kind of comes in for a little bit and then leaves again. It's a rocker, you know. Not my favorite, but it's okay. Rock the Nation. Hot Stuff. This one I really, really like. You got a sort of choppy rhythm opening the whole song up. There's some keyboards in there, you know, but they're not overwhelming or not too loud. Not as loud as they were in Rock the Nation. I really like, it kind of has a little bit of an AOR, like sort of, I don't want to say soft rock, but maybe a soft rock feel for about 5 seconds in the song. A couple of different places. It says, like, I hate to have you say goodbye, or something along those lines. I really like that 5 seconds of, it almost sounds like you're listening to the Little River Band or Ambrosia or someone, but just for a few seconds there, then we're back to rocking again. Speaking of rock, we end up with Ready to Rock, another barn burner, solid one. Maybe nothing, you know, spectacular, but I think the point here about that is that there's 3 songs on here that are good. Not great or otherworldly or anything, but they're not bad. You know, the 3 songs that I think are my least favorites on here are still decent, pretty good. And 6 songs that I really like. Pretty much what I remembered, okay? Now, I played this a lot back in the day, but it has been quite a while, other than that one listen last year when I got it, last summer. Pretty in line with my memories of '84. Maybe just under the wire here, but I would have to say yes, love it long time. This is a good album, you know. I thought it was a really good album back then. I still think it is. So Krokus, they get a thumbs up with the Blitz. If you aren't into it because it has a glammy look, I don't really think so. It does have that big chorus thing going on in pretty much every single song. But I don't know, the songs are good enough to overcome that. No big deal to me. Liked it, had it when it was new. And I don't think when I had it on cassette, so I don't think I knew that it was a 4-man lineup back then. So this was kind of news to me when I got this on CD. I'm not even sure. It's been so long. Maybe it was in the cassette, but what have you. All right, guys, that'll do it for now. If you can like and subscribe, that'd be awesome. Love you long time. One of the many episodes we do each month. Guys, thanks a lot if you already subscribed. I'll talk to you all later.